Just stay with us. Kishalai, don't go, stay with us. Case filed by Trinamool Congress dismissed. Trinamool Congress filed a case demanding the return of political confidential documents. However, the ED told the court that the ED did not seize any information. So there is no reason whatsoever to keep the petition. And that's where the matter stands. The ED plea, or the order on the ED plea is on the ground that the ED has filed a special leave petition with prayers which are almost identical. The matter is adjourned. Liberty to mention after the matter before the Supreme Court is disposed of. So essentially, ED gets its way, Shawan, Kishalai. ED gets its way. ED gets the matter adjourned in the Calcutta High Court, and the Trinamool petition, which sought a parallel proceeding, and they thought that they could get a toehold, has been dismissed because the ED says, we don't have anything. So what the petition is about, what protection they are seeking, we did not take any documents. If anything, it's the Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, who has taken, like this green folder file, all the documents that were there of relevance at the I-PAC. Kishalai, is that going to be seen as, I believe Shawan is still there with us? Okay, Shawan is with us. Shawan, ED gets its way. ED gets its way. I'm coming to you, Kishalai. Shawan, ED gets its way. The matter now comes to the Supreme Court. Is it going to come today, tomorrow, when?
Well, they had already sought for an intervention from the Supreme Court. We'll have to perhaps get a quick check from our desk right now to find out whether at all the matter has basically been moved and a date has been finalized. But one, if you look at what the court has essentially indicated right now, it is certainly battle half won for the Enforcement Directorate. One will have to really look into the court order, whether at all some directions have been given to the party itself, and particularly with regards to the role of the Chief Minister. Because right now, this is not only about dismissing the case that has been filed by the Trinamool Congress, because there are already 3 FIRs that have already been registered by the Enforcement Directorate, where, I beg your pardon, that is 3 FIRs registered by the West Bengal government against the Enforcement Directorate, where they are saying that they have looted political party items. And the fact of the matter, according to the West Bengal government, is that this is an attempt to derail their entire campaigning process in this state of West Bengal. This is a battle half won for the Enforcement Directorate. It only would matter if at all they can pursue their entire case without much political interference in this matter.
Right, Kishalai, coming to you now. Kishalai, does that give BJP a sense that, okay, fine, politically speaking, does that give Trinamool a sense that the ED has gotten away in the round 1 as 1-0?
Well, politically speaking, Abhishek, this is a win for, this is a lost game for the TMC in a way, because the TMC wanted a return case filed against the ED, and the TMC wanted whatever the ED has taken, that should be returned. But the ED has submitted that they did not take anything. Whatever was taken by Mamata Banerjee. It was stolen by Mamata Banerjee. Therefore, this case doesn't even stand a chance. Therefore, that case has been dismissed. On the other hand, in a positive note for the ED, the case filed by the ED will depend on the hearing in the Supreme Court. That is what the ED always wanted. But the TMC wanted this case to be dismissed as well. But that case by the ED is not dismissed. That will be heard in the Supreme Court. In the High Court, it is adjourned. On the other hand, the case filed by the TMC has been dismissed by the High Court. So it's, of course, for now, it's a lost game for the TMC. But they'll be probably trying again in the Supreme Court to file another case and to argue this matter. But in the High Court, this is a win for the ED. That is what the analysts are saying, Abhishek.
Yeah, absolutely, Kishalai. One more question before let me take this to Shawan. Shawan, now it's clear the matter comes before the Supreme Court, and there was this interesting bit that was mentioned in the ED arguments, which is that the Supreme Court is already seized of the issue of Section 17 of the PMLA, which is about the constitutionally mandated powers of the Enforcement Directorate to carry out search and seizure operations. So, was there a suggestion that this gets clubbed and the whole matter becomes one, which means that it's going to be a long winding case in the Supreme Court, or is it that the immediate plea of seeking protection insofar as the ED probe in this coal mining case is concerned, that's the only matter before the Supreme Court? Shawan, I was coming to you if you are getting me. My question was that, is this going to be the one-off plea of the Enforcement Directorate now before the Supreme Court seeking protection for their probe in the coal mining case in Bengal?
Well, they are certainly looking for some sort of a protection here, because if you look at the petition that has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate that we have accessed, they've asked for a CBI investigation to take place. Now, if that does not come in from the Calcutta High Court, in all likelihood, they're going to press upon this aspect in the Supreme Court. They believe that this requires a further investigation. They believe that a Central Bureau of Investigation should step in to find out why exactly did the Chief Minister really intervene, because they say that this has got nothing to do with the political party. The investigation was about a political consultancy firm. So why exactly has the Chief Minister really thrown herself in the ring right now? And that something is perhaps the mandate of the Central Bureau of Investigation and not the Enforcement Directorate. The second important aspect would be that since this is an ongoing case, they wouldn't want any further hurdles, and that is the reason why they would prefer some sort of a direction really coming in from the court, preventing the Chief Minister from further interference. The third aspect is with regards to how Punch, the independent witnesses, have actually been threatened, allegedly threatened by the Chief Minister and her aides, where they have basically highlighted that not just the Chief Minister, her bureaucracy was also present, which includes the Chief Secretary, which includes the DGP of the state. And if at all this was with regards to the party affairs, how exactly has this become an affair of the government of West Bengal? That's the basic question, the moot question that is being asked by the Enforcement Directorate in the court. Why exactly is the government of West Bengal so very interested? So, do they have any sort of vested interest in this? Because if at all, if you go by the claims that have been made by the Trinamool Congress, it is a party affair. If it is a party affair, then how is it that the Chief Secretary was basically involved in this?
Absolutely, and that's something which is going to come up before the Supreme Court. Thank you so much, Shravan and Kishalay from Kolkata newsroom, for joining us. Shravan, of course, from our